If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They go play action. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. If they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
So much for coming out throwing, as it leads to an early second down and long. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On third down, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Play action now. Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
On second down, Cook. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 37. To throw is Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And right away he lost the football. And he's got some space here. The 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. Touchdown! Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they pull off the season sweep. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. Finding Hawkinson here on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. This is intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming out, and then just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Lions at 4-8 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. Well, now it brings up third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Now Geno on first down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pick pickup of 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession. At their own 47-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 47.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Cousins throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Play fake. Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 10, Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. The big fella, he's at the 40. Past the 20.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
They'll run with Cook. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown. Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Man open. Here is Jones. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And some room to work. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. First down, and they go with Swift again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And now here's another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Cousins now. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. From the red zone now, Cousins. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Cousins will try and throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. It's gone. He'll buy some time right. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to 43. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff now looking to throw. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Cousins on first down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Complete to Kenny Nwangu. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
To the air again, it's Cousins.
49-yard line.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Swift. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On play action, Cousins. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Throwing now, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Swift going to try up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on